welcome to Marketing Live TV for this week, where you can engage in real life marketing live on the show. So this week I'm going to cover off the welcome series, creating a welcome and customer engagement series when your subscribers or members or whatever your customers are doing when they first connect with you. It's one of the most opened emails that you can send, and it's definitely the best thing you can do to get your engagement up, build your brand awareness, and get to know a little bit more about your customers. So I'm going to go through the planning and steps and some things to look out for in creating a welcome series, and what you should do to make sure that you can get the most out of it. So thanks for watching, and feel free, make sure that you hit the like or heart button and connect with us on social media. These are the channels, but stay tuned and I will give you more details on creating a welcome email series for your customers. Alright, so getting into the welcome series. Now, creating a welcome series is all about engaging your customers as soon as they sign up. You want to get them comfortable, get them to know what you do, get them to understand a bit more about how you can help them solve whatever problem it is that they have. Now, I've done this across many different loyalty brands and many different B2B and B2C brands. It's a stable thing that you should do. That's one of the first marketing automation things that you should do. It gets the highest open rate, and it gets your customers to know who you are, what you're all about. So this is absolutely something that you should do to get your customers going. So just in terms of the show, I'm going to mix it up a little bit this week with some presentation slides, a bit from me, and then I'm also going to throw in some questions. So if anyone who's watching those on Facebook, hi, those that are looking on YouTube, it seems that you've got a bit of an issue with catching up, but it seems to be catching up just fine. And Periscope, cheers to you guys. Thanks for watching. Give us a heart if you're there. So just like say, if you are watching, these are the social channels that you can find me and Marketing Live TV on. If you'd like more information on anything, or you just want to find out more, sing out and I'll catch up and give you some more information. Alright, so I'm going to jump into the welcome series details here, and hopefully this all works fine. So how about we try this? No, we want this one, and we want to make that live. Alright, this welcome and onboarding series, I'm just going to move me out of the way on here. Maybe I can pop up in the top right hand corner there. Alright, so I've given a bit of an idea about the welcome series and what that's all about. The primary reason is to get your customers used to your brand and get them engaged. So let me just move on to what the main key points for the welcome series are. So there should be a welcome, there should be engagement, there should be an offer, and there should be some sort of connection that is more than just email. So when I say all of those things, they don't necessarily need to be in multiple emails, and they don't necessarily all need to be in one. My personal experience and preference is to split them, and it means you can give the customer a unique message each time, and sometimes you don't need to do the second or third one if they've already done it themselves. So yeah, that's the process and what you should be looking for in these welcome and email engagement offers. So just for those that hi to indirect us. I hope that you're thanks for saying hi. Appreciate that you're singing out and there's people engaging, so thanks a lot. Feel free to sing out if you need any more if you need any answers or anything on that, and feel free to throw a heart or two there. Be appreciated. All right, so let's jump straight in. So going back to the I'll bring this back up. So these are the things that you want to do in your welcome series. So the first, welcome email. Now this is where you want to just introduce yourself, get the customer knowing who you are and that you want to thank them for taking the time out of of their life to connect with you. You want to send the first welcome email as soon as they have contacted, as soon as they've hit that button to say yes, I want to subscribe. The welcome email should be in their inbox by the time they can check it. You want to show that you are ready, there, listening, and going to engage with them when they're ready. It supports the fact that when you actually get to their servicing their sales requirements, that you're going to be there and listening to them. So you need to make sure that you're ready to do that. All right, so here we go. It's running a bit slow at the moment. Sorry, apologies if your feed is not quite up to speed. I'll see if I can slow things down, or speed things up. Anyway, so moving on. Once you've sent that email, you want to then get them to do more. You want to, my favorite thing to do next is engage with them. Ask them what it is that they have done. Why is it that they have connected with you? Ask a bit more information about what their preferences are and get some feedback from them. And this can be done in a number of ways, whether it's simply choosing a selection out of a list and then what they've selected, or it could be a more detailed collection of information in terms of what product preferences they have. You might even ask them, you might not have collected all the details required for you to get a good lead scoring model going, so you might need more information like postcodes and phone numbers and that sort of thing. So here's a good chance to get to know them a little bit more and understand what they're after. Now, I haven't actually included emails into this, so there's, it's an example of the process. I won't be actually including examples of the actual emails because it'll be specific to your business. So then if we go a step further, following that, once they've given their permission for you to contact them, they've given you a little bit more information, you've got them engaged, give them something back. Give them an offer to utilize your products in any way, shape or form. Now, one of the easiest ways is something that's light, low cost, low touch, whatever it may be. If you've got something that you can even give to them as a benefit without any cost, then do that. But the point is, offer them something of value at this point. Now, a few little insights here is you may not need to do this for everyone. If they've signed up, connected, gone through the process, filled out their account and purchased all within the space of 24 hours, then you may skip right to the last part, or you may not even go through this process. You may jump straight into working a higher level lead scoring, or upselling them to different products. But here is where those that have signed up and have shown interest but not quite sure or ready to buy, here's where you can get them to start thinking about the purchase process and drop that seed. Now, they might not utilize this, but they will at least have that there at front of mind to say that there's some sort of offer or discount or benefit if they go with you rather than someone else. So make that offer compelling. Then the last sort of part, or sorry, I am just in the way a little there, so I will move myself over. Now, the last part of that of this welcome series that I generally like to put together is the connection. Try and get them to connect with you in some other way other than just your emails. And there's thought and reason behind it. That people aren't always going to open their emails. People aren't always at the email purchase stage, or they aren't always at the stage where they want to, or they might be looking at something different at the time. They might not have connection to the internet or whatever it may be, or they just may not be interested in reading your emails at a certain point in time. I know you should always have really compelling emails, but sometimes people just have other things to do. So try and connect with them in multiple channels. Allow them to see it on one channel when they want. Connect with you on YouTube. Show them a video. Make sure that you're still offering them value on all of these channels. And what it does is supports that you're front of mind when they get to choosing whatever product it is that you're offering. The other part, and the other really important thing to do here, is to, 1, get them to connect with you, 2, get them to share, but 3, make sure that they that your offer is valuable enough that they add you to their contact list or mark your emails as safe. Now, what this will do is it will reduce the likelihood that you get marked as spam, and then it will increase the deliverability of your emails into the inbox. Now, there is no point having an email list of thousands or millions or hundreds or any email list if when you send it out no one sees it. So make sure that you get people to mark your emails as safe, and by doing that it will show the email servers that that people want to read your emails, and then from there you'll know that your emails are going through to the people that they should be going through to. Alright, so that's the main part of that's the main sort of ideas or topics when creating a welcome series. Now, there's different ways to doing that. You can go with something like a welcome offer in the first email, and then try to show more products in the second email, and there are a number of ways of doing it, and it depends on your business. But in effect, the main things that you want to be doing is you want to be making sure that you welcome, engage, offer, and connect in the series of emails before you start giving them the regular emails. Now, it's a very common practice that you send the welcome, then you dump them straight into whatever it is that you send on a regular basis, and it kind of doesn't give the customer the experience that they probably should get in this day and age. People will offer information about themselves, but you've got to treat that information with a bit of respect and give back when they do that. And that will, by doing so, you'll get a much more loyal client base. So the next step, once you've planned out those emails, now they don't necessarily, as I said, need to be in that order, but you've planned out a series of emails, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, whatever it may be. Now it's time to build those emails, and there's some really important tips with welcome emails as opposed to a normal email that you should abide by as guidelines, but they're not rules. So they are: structure your emails simply. So make sure your emails are the emails that you're going to send are easily adaptable and consistent in the whole welcome and onboarding series. Now, one of the main things is the most engaged people, because they've just signed up the way that to your email address. So make sure you compel them with the subject lines of those emails. Make those emails really compelling. Something in the subject line that entices them to open the email, that says there's something in here for you personally, which is one of the most important things. Is make sure that these are personal. If they've given you their name, use their name. If they've given you their email address, make sure you include that into the details. Whatever information they've given you, include some or all of it, so that they know that you've paid attention to what they've given you. Now, from there, once you've got them there and they've opened the email, you want to make sure that your brand stands out. So that means that not only your logo, but all of the elements that make up your branding show. They're going to see a consistent email series across the board, and they're going to understand that when they see that email, that's you. It's uniquely you, and it's no one else. That will help you to make sure that so they know what it is that they should expect when they receive an email from you. The second part, or the third part I should say, is make it compelling and make it visual. There is a multitude of ways to do this. So the only thing that I stress here is also make it simple. Make it clean and easy for the customer to understand, because you don't want complex coding in these welcome emails, and there's a reason for that, which I'll get to just at the end. So make sure that the visuals are compelling, and then move on to the content. Make sure that what you're offering and saying to the customer is what they should be receiving, given what they've done. So signed up, or how they've signed up, or whatever it may be. Have a call to action on every single one of them. What do you want the customer to do on that email? Do that, and make it clear, make it bold, make it visual, and direct them exactly what you're expecting them to do, what they should be doing. And that might not necessarily be purchase. It might be tell us more about yourself, or it might be activate this offer, or whatever it may be. But make sure it's clear on what you want the customer to do. Then following that, make sure, just as good practice, and because you are trying to entice these people to build a relationship with you, add your social sharing, add your social connection links more than the sharing links, because they are not necessarily connected with you at the moment. So connect with them first. and there's the difference between social sharing and social connection. So you want them to like your page, you want them to connect on Twitter or subscribe to your YouTube channel or whatever that may be. And then finally, make sure that in your footer you have your business details and your unsubscribe links. Absolute must. It keeps the spam ratings the way that they should be, and yeah, it just helps. So anyway, so that's it. Basic email structure. It's not rocket science. You can find millions of them if you jump onto Google. Come up with a consistent way of doing it and make it your own. Now, the last bit, tips. And there's a couple of really simple tips that just are there to kind of guide you into. I've gone blank. There we go. Let's jump back on. Okay. So I mentioned the first one before. Send the first email immediately. Second, keep it clean and simple. You want to make the customer journey as easy as possible. Don't vomit everything to them in the first email. Guide them through it. It's what if you don't have a lot to say, you might only have one email or two emails. But if you have a complex business or a complex or a long purchase cycle or anything like that, guide them into the process. Show them that you'll be there along the way and that you've got experience in doing whatever it is you're doing. Third, make each email valuable. Don't worry if you have to send an additional email and push back a couple of days them into your next email program or whatever it may be. If you have to split out emails, make each one a valuable asset to the customer, then do that. Make sure that they get something out of each email, and it's clean and it's simple and it's effective. Don't, if you can avoid it, send your regular emails during this period. Now, there's plenty of business owners that say, but my deals are the most important thing that I have, and what if they don't buy in the first so many days? That's okay. If they're that close to the purchase phase of the sales cycle, they'll buy from you anyway. They'll do their own research and they'll get to your website and they'll call you. But it's those ones that need the guidance and need to be pushed through the journey, or pushed or guided through the journey, however you want to do it. But they're the ones that will end up being the most loyal advocates for your business and brand. So if you can avoid it, onboard them first. And then finally, space the emails regularly. Don't just send one email one day. If you've got 7 emails, don't send them one a day for 7 days. Give them some space. If they, and there's some more complex ways of doing this, that if you, if the time that you could use the time that it's sent to the time it's opened, and then extrapolate that out to give them, if they open it within a 2-hour window, then send it the next day. If they open it within a 24-hour period, send it 3 days after, that sort of thing. But to put it simply, give it a couple of days. If you have to onboard them over a week, is it that bad? Probably not. So yeah, most people's email inboxes are quite full, so give them some space. Allow them to breathe and process the information. Your customers will benefit from it, and I'm just talking from my own experience. So finally, what are you waiting for? Now, I just want to say these welcome emails are so critical to the ongoing performance of your emails. Now there was, I think it was Email Monks or that showed the more onboarding emails that were opened, the higher ongoing performance of your regular emails were. So therefore saying that if on average they open 3 emails, then you'd have a higher average open rate for the rest of your emails, as long as they performed well. So if there was 2, then it would be slightly lower, and if they only opened 1, then they'd have a lower open rate. So by doing these things, the likelihood of people opening your emails goes up. So what? So one of the things that has come to light recently is a lot of marketing people talk metrics that are marketing metrics, and people don't understand why. So why is email open rate important? It's important because the more people that see and open and engage with your emails on a regular basis, the higher likelihood that you're going to be front of mind when they get to the purchase point or the consideration phase. And at that point, if you are front of mind, you have a higher likelihood that they're going to purchase from you because they've got a relationship with you. You've built trust over a period of time. So while it's a metric and it doesn't exactly relate to a revenue figure, you need to understand that over the period of time, the open rate is significantly important for your emails, because it shows just how many people are likely to purchase from you at some point in the future. So that's why setting up your welcome emails, increasing your average open rate, and then finally increasing your sales is good for business. So thanks for watching. Again, if you missed them, jump on to these social channels, chat, feel free to jump on, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Thanks to the guys on Periscope that have been chatting over the last over the session. Appreciate all that you have done. Stop saying and we look forward to seeing you next week on Marketing Live TV. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.